Tigers with their annual meeting at center court for the short pep talk before the game. And we are 30 seconds until tip-off.
I guess the big question, and me not being around the team as much, the big question is where the heads are of the Tigers starting the season in the top 5 in the NAIA rankings. They were third 2 weeks ago, and now they're 17th after those 2 losses. So
absolutely,
I guess the question is what mentality do they come out with now?
Yeah, and you got to think that they're hungry and they're ready to earn a good victory on their home floor after dropping so big in the polls, 3-17, like you mentioned. Looking to make a statement, no doubt.
Georgetown College for NAIA basketball. Today, in game 2 of the Mid-South Conference doubleheader, Cumberland Phoenix take on the Georgetown Tigers. Let's see today's starting lineups first for Cumberland.
For the starting lineup for Cumberland, Doyle Cockrell III. Number 21, Matthew Stokes, the forward out of Los Angeles, California. Number 23, Kayshawn Robinson out of Springfield, Tennessee. And from Hendersonville, Tennessee, number 24, Tristan Conger. And for your Georgetown Tigers, from Louisville, Kentucky, Jaquay Wales, number 3, starting at point guard for the Tigers. Alongside him in the backcourt, Jabrion Spikes, number 4, who's been on fire as of late the past 3 games. And from New York, number 5, Tommy Thomas. And, of course, Kyron Jones, number 21. Top 5 in rebounds, top 5 in scoring at Georgetown College. And, of course, from Louisville, Kentucky, number 24, Rashad Bishop. He's back after chipping his tooth last game. He's back in the starting lineup and looking to make a difference on both ends of the court. Demarius Boyd, number 4, is the 5th starter for Cumberland.
Georgetown and wearing their home white uniforms with the orange numerals, black trim, and Cumberland's, Phoenix Cumberland's black uniforms. And really black numerals, but kind of white outlining them. Not a look you see every day.
Mm-hmm. Rashad Bishop on the jump ball, and he will receive the jump. Received first by Cumberland. And Georgetown applying the defense early. Passing around the horn. Boyd pulls up for the mid-range shot, blocked. And it will be Tigers' ball.
That was Spikes who elevated there. And shortest starter on the floor for Georgetown, but he elevated on that one and blocked the shot.
Great job by Spikes setting the tone on the defense early in Alumni Gym. Thomas will bring the ball up.
Showing some pressure, but they give it back easily after Georgetown gets it in.
Wales, top of the key, poked away. Wales gets it over to Jones and fumbled out of bounds. Jones gets it back. Wales, top of the key, over to Thomas. Thomas fires for 3. No good. Rebound Cumberland. Cockrell working on Wales. calls for the screen. Firing for three, no good. Rebound Thomas headed the other way. Thomas sizing us up his defender, goes for the layup and gets it. Smooth finish to the rim by Thomas.
Yeah, the defense looked like it had got back, got set pretty well, and he kind of pulled up like he was getting ready to run a play and then took off for the basket.
The blow-by layup for Cockrell III. And it's a fast-paced game. Kyron Jones down low. No good on the layup. Tigers are running in transition on both ends. Boyd driving. Boyd pulls up for the long two. No good. Saved in the air. Wales gets it. 3-on-3. Thomas in the corner. Fires. No good. Long rebound goes to Wales. Wales is open for three. Hesitates. Finds Spikes down low. Spikes gets it. Puts it up. And it's good. Cumberland looking for some success on the offensive end against this stout defense early. Wales falls to the ground. Cockrell III loses it. Thomas the other way. Thomas driving. Finds Bishop down low. Thomas in the corner, wide open. Jacks up the three, and it's good. Tommy Thomas from long range. Here's the double team. Cumberland trying to get it past half court. Nearly turned it over. Wide open corner three. No good. Rebound Kyron Jones, and a foul is called. It'll be Tigers ball.
Well, as most of Georgetown's games are, it's fast-paced and pretty hectic. And I think just looking at the record of the Phoenix here, Georgetown just wants to come out and apply all the pressure, both offensively and defensively, any way they can and take care of business early.
Absolutely. Wales uses the screen from Jones. Back to Jones. Kyron working in the post. Gets down low. Turns it over. Cumberland headed the other way. And the layup is no good. Rebound Jones. Kyron over to Spikes. Spikes fires. Bang. Jabrion Spikes continues his heating up from beyond the arc.
And the Tigers open up a 10-2 lead with 15:59 left here in the first half. Phoenix with a quick timeout.
Tigers up 10-2, and we've still yet to see Cam Brooks-Harris and Tay Dozier. One thing about this Tigers team, they have plenty of depth. We've yet to see anybody sub in for them yet, but plenty of guys that can give them great minutes off the bench.
Spikes and Thomas with 5 points each to lead to Georgetown scoring of 10. Quick timeout. One thing Phoenix can't afford to do is exactly what they're doing, and they can't get behind early. They've got to keep this game close to give themselves a chance late. I don't think they could get behind by 20 or 25 points and mount a comeback.
And they got to limit the open looks from the Georgetown people, especially in the corner. Conger off the screen. Boyd driving. Boyd throws it up. Floater's no good. Rebound Thomas. Thomas spinning. Finds Spikes. Spikes driving baseline. Puts up the layup. Tough finish by Jabrion Spikes.
Yep.
And he's got 7. Cam Brooks Harris is in the game for the Tigers. Good layup there by Demarius Boyd. Gets the finish on Kyron Jones.
They're in a 2-3 zone.
Jones spikes down low now. Over to Wales. Wales open for three, firing. Short. Gets the own rebound. Jones working on a smaller defender, backing him down. Double teamed in the corner. He's in trouble. Spikes has to fire for three. Hits it, and the foul.
Well,
Jabrion Spikes from downtown.
a zone that tries to be aggressive with a double team. Certainly that's the weak point of it, is if you can get the ball out of there, and especially if you can go across court with it, it leaves the three-point shooter open. And both shots on that possession were three-point shots, and both of them were a result of the ball going across court. First time from the left side of the right wing, and then the second time out of that corner where it looked like they had him in trouble with a double team, and he was able to find Spikes across the way.
And Spikes able to knock it down through the contact, and the 4-point play is good.
And that makes it 16-4 here early.
And Jabrion Spikes already continuing his performance from the past 3 games. Firing from three is Pasquale.
Oh.
Rebound, Cumberland. Jaquay Wales gets it. Brooks Harris, baseline, lays, dunks it. Cam Brooks Harris with the hammer.
And one.
And he'll go to the line for the 3-point play.
They were moving the ball down the floor. He got it over on their right wing, and a little hesitation move. And then he just blew by his man and went for the slam.
And Cam is so good at that hesitation move, lulling his defender to sleep and attacking the rim. And he completes the 3-point play. An and 1 3 and an and 1 dunk in back-to-back possessions for the Tigers.
Wow.
And it's 19-4 just like that.
So 7 points in 2 trips.
Cockrell III looking to get something going for this Cumberland offense. The double team. Forces the turnover. Wales the other way. Wales fouled hard on his way to the rim.
Yeah, he's upset. He thought he had all ball, but when you're coming across the body like that,
too much contact.
and you're the smaller guy, they're not gonna say you got on top of that one.
No.
That's Mr. Brooks out of Paris, Kentucky, out being called over to talk to the head coach of the Phoenix. He was a little upset with that call as well.
First free throw is no good. A big point of emphasis for the Tigers as of recent has been free throw shooting. They've improved it. The last game against Lindsey Wilson, it was not stellar. Surely a point of emphasis in practice, and Jaquay Wales knocks down the second.
Seth Johnson checking in for Georgetown. Wales out. Little man-to-man full court pressure.
Cumberland puts up the jump shot, no good on the 2. Rebound, Cam Brooks Harris.
And obviously, I don't have a scouting report on Cumberland, but the pressure for Georgetown, I think, is more than anything else to speed the game up.
And Niken puts it in for the layup.
Steal.
And steal by Isaiah Mason. Mason puts it up, and he gets it to go.
Wow.
The Georgetown reserves bringing some spark off the bench already.
24-4.
Boyd inside, puts it up, and he gets it.
For the most part, as I said, the full court pressure by Georgetown is to speed the game up, and Phoenix has gone right into it. They're going down the floor almost in fast break style and just throwing up the first shot they get rather than waiting for the shot maybe they want.
Johnson Over to Mason. Mason pulls up for two. He's got some room, and he knocks it down. An uncontested jump shot. That's going to happen more than likely. Cockrell avoiding the screen. Floater, no good. Rebound Mason. Seth Johnson in the corner. He's got some room, and he knocks down the three.
Yeah, he's been good at coming in and knocking down a 3 or 2 for you about every game since he's been here.
Oh, yeah. Seth Johnson, the known shooter. Way downtown is Cockrell. He lets it fly, and no good. Spikes driving. Inside. Dishes to Niken. What a find down low, and Niken misses 2 close ones right at the cup.
He'll slap him for not giving him that assist.
It was a beautiful pass
Yeah.
by Jay Brown Spikes, and Niken unable to finish.
Yeah.
With 2 point-blank attempts near the rim like that.
Tay Dozier checking in for Georgetown, 6'5" guard from Louisville, Butler High School. Never got timeout on the floor. Georgetown leading 29-6, and really have just kind of had control of this thing from the very beginning. And as you mentioned a while ago, they had a 3-point shot that went and won, and the next trip down the floor, a 2-point shot and won. When you're scoring 7 points every 2 trips down the floor, that's kind of adding it on.
Things are definitely going the Tigers' way here early. We still got 11:48 to go in the first half.
Spikes leads the Tigers with 11, Thomas with 5. Seth Johnson just hit that 3. Cam Brooks Harris has 3 points as well.
And I believe right now they're proving that they're better than the 17th team in the country. Once ranked 3 for a reason, after 2 tough mishaps against Lindsey Wilson and Cumberland of Kentucky.
Well, it just goes to show you when you're in the upper echelon of the NAIA and you're playing in the Mid-South Conference, there are no days off. And I know they didn't go into those games in that mindset that they had a day off because they were really good teams that they were playing. But you just can't, that's not where you can afford to have a hiccup, and that's where they did.
Yep.
I asked a former coach, women's coach at Pikeville, a couple of weeks ago about when he played at Pikeville and what he thought about their move into a different conference. And he said, if I'd have been the coach, I'd have been glad for it, because he said, you know, we had some pretty good teams, but when you play in the Mid-South Conference, women's or men's, you're playing the top teams in NAIA night in and night out.
Isaiah Mason, top of the key, 15 seconds on the shot clock. Use the screen from Cam. Back over to Cam. Niken gets it. Seth Johnson fires, mid-range, no good. Rebound, Niken. Niken puts up the contested 2, and he gets the foul. Aiden Niken will shoot 2. The Cumberland Phoenix have not been able to get any easy buckets. Only 6 points on this Tigers defense. They've definitely stepped up their tenacity on the defensive end. Niken knocks down the second.
30-6. Georgetown, they're showing man-to-man pressure, but it's loose pressure. They're just keeping a little pressure on the ball to make sure there's no mishandles and trying, I think, to speed, as I say, speed the game up. If the pressure, you can make them go faster.
Firing from long range, and that's Coffey who knocks it down. Kamari Coffey at 6'7", able to get the shot off. Dozier double teamed over to Niken. Niken driving. Double pump fake. And the opposing coach is on the floor. Ball is stolen. Cumberland headed the other way. Phoenix. Tough layup there. That's Kamari Kofi again.
Phoenix showed a different defense there, and they were trying to jump the ball and double team, and they caught the Georgetown offensive player out front and just panicked, threw the ball away.
Dozier gets the ball stolen. Headed the other way is the Phoenix. And he is fouled.
It'll be on Brooks Harris. So these guys that came in did some good stuff the first minute or two, but Coach Briggs has seen all he wants to see. Here comes three guys coming back in.
Yeah, back into the game is Spikes, Jaquay Wales, and Thomas. And Dozier, Cam Brooks Harris, and Niken will head to the bench. And this is interesting. After a quick 5-point spark from number 2, Kamari Kofi, he's subbed out.
He is limping a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's looked like maybe it doesn't look serious, but he was a little ginger on that left knee as he went off the floor.
Firing from the 3, and he knocks it down. That's Demarius Boyd from the corner.
So Phoenix showing some fight here. It's 30 to 14, but the last couple of minutes has kind of belonged to them.
Wales off the screen. Wales baseline, throws it up, floater, no good. Oh, good defense there. But picked up by the Tigers. Thomas driving baseline, called for a travel. Headed the other way.
A little stop and go move, but he went a little bit before he put the dribble down.
Crothers working on Wales. Here comes the screen from Stokes. Stokes, dribble handoff. There's the pick and roll, firing, foot on the line, knocks it down. That'll be a 2-pointer from Demarius Boyd.
Now a little pressure in the backcourt on man from Phoenix.
Spikes finds the open man in the corner. It's Johnson, no good. He gets the rebound, and he'll stay with the Tigers.
Tapped it out nicely. He couldn't get to it, but he tapped it to his own man.
Thomas going for the slam, no good there. Floater is short from Johnson. Rebound, Spikes still fighting down low.
Wow. Tigers
Cumberland
on the boards, but couldn't get it.
In traffic, throws it up, no good. And stepping out of bounds is the Phoenix, and it'll be Tigers ball. The intensity is on both sides of the floor right now.
It is.
And you can feel it. The Phoenix have cut the lead to 14.
So you see this happen a lot when a team gets out to an early lead. They lose a little focus. The other team picks up its intensity a little bit because they don't want to be embarrassed.
They're starting to feel the pressure, absolutely. Thomas driving, floats it up, draws the foul. And the Tigers so far attacking the paint and putting the pressure on the officials to make a call, drawing the contact.
And Coach Evans isn't real happy with some of the calls. He's pretty animated anyway, and a lot of times his reaction is toward his players, but he's reacted toward the officials a couple of times here.
Knocks down the free throw. Doyle Cockrell III working on Thomas. And Thomas.
He was screened and went down. He's back up now.
Step back, jumper, in and out. Thomas gets the board. Wild pass, but Spikes gets it. Spin move down low. Finds Mason. Mason turns it over.
Yeah, that was too much traffic for that pass down inside, and it, I think, got tipped.
Firing from long range, no good. Rebound, Spikes. Spikes fires over to, and it's turned over again. The referee got in the way. And Thomas jams it down.
Yeah. That ball was going out of bounds, and the referee, and it's tight here. It's tight here. If you had more room on the sidelines, he may have been off the sideline and in foul territory. But here you got to run as an official in the fair play going down on a play like that.
Yeah, and you look at the coaches on the sidelines; they're kind of on the court as well. Yeah. There's not a lot of room for those officials to run.
Yep.
Spikes. Puts up the floater, and he's got it.
They were going to get a technical foul here. He's been building up to it.
Yep. And a well-deserved technical foul.
Now he's come over to some of the fans across the way and a little animated with them, his own fans.
I believe he wanted to travel.
Yeah. So it's 35-16. They lead back out by Georgetown, and he thought his team was working his way back in it a little bit. There's been a lot of contact and a lot of fast play, and he just feels like. And I remember him from last year when they were here. I did the PA for that game, and of course I was sitting right there beside him, and he was very animated then as well. And I think he feels like that when he goes on the road, things are slanted a little bit toward the home team. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah. Spikes with the awareness down low, immediately caught the ball and put it up smartly.
Yeah. Yeah, it was all one fluid move, but his body was kind of turning in the air, as usual. So it was a nice play and a nice basket for the Tigers, and it'll result in a technical free throw coming up for Georgetown when we get back to play after the timeout. With 6:57 left here in the first half, the Tigers leading 35-16.
What's so impressive to me about Spikes, last year he was not a starter. This year he's taken the spot of some of the starters from last year, and he's proven himself time and time again.
Well, I guess it's not a free throw shooting situation, so I thought, well, doesn't matter what I thought. Phoenix is going to have the ball.
Cockrell. In the corner is Cockrell again. Stolen. Spikes the other way. Spikes with a head of steam. Pulls it back. Finds Mason down low. Mason hop step inside, and he gets it to go.
Yeah, I think it was Jones that deflected the pass inside, and then Spikes came up with it, but he had to work to get control of it. So he didn't have the fast break, but pulled it out and has got the secondary.
Kyron Jones forces the turnover with the quick hands. Driving in the corner, firing from deep. No good. Rebound Mason. Mason over to Spikes. Spikes pump fakes, gets his defender in the air. Finds Johnson, who drives baseline. Runs into two defenders. Good bounce pass over to Mason. And Mason, no good there. Kyron Jones tips it smartly. And a foul is going to be called on Isaiah Mason.
Well, it was just a question who got there first, and the other one was going to get the foul. And he was about a quarter step late.
Cam Brooks-Harris checking into the game for the Tigers. And timeout on the floor.
5:41, first half. I want to say quarter. Just did the girls' game, and they do quarters. But 5:41 left in the first half, 37-16, Georgetown lead. All three officials huddled up during this timeout as well. I'm sure they're kind of talking about what they're seeing and what to watch for.
Now, Cumberland might disagree, but I think they've done a good job at controlling the pace of this game and not allowing too many hasty things.
Right. It's just a situation where Coach Evans feels like he's getting contact when he's shooting and getting the calls when his teams make the contact, and most coaches feel that way. But he's a very animated guy. So it'd be real easy to watch him during the sideline and think he's just a crazy, but he's not. It's not really that. He's not always fussy, but he's been a little upset a couple of times with the officials here.
We need a Coach Evans cam just on him at all times.
Yeah. Might not want to get it where he could. Well, he's all right. I was going to say might not want to get it where he could read lips, but there's nothing like that. I'm not insinuating anything by that.
Jaheim Berry driving, lays it up, and it's good. Quick first step from Berry.
Gavin Stevens in the game for Georgetown. Taking Johnson's spot over on that left side. Now he works his way along the baseline to the
And Spike says,
right
get back
side
over
back.
there in the corner.
Yeah.
Wales over to Cam. Brooks Harris fakes the pass. Wales is open in the corner. Cam fires from deep. Knocks it down. Cam Brooks Harris. And with his 6'7" frame, it's not hard for him to find an open look.
And it's 40-18.
The 22-point lead for the Tigers. And they're keeping their foot on the gas. Cam Brooks Harris fighting through the screen. Firing from deep, no good. Rebound Spikes headed the other way. Stevens. Firing in the corner, Cam puts it up. No good that time. Rebound. Phoenix, and Kyron Jones tries to force the jump ball, and he will. Wales in the inbounds. Fires over to Spikes. Spikes puts it up immediately. No good. Jones fighting for the rebound. And another jump ball is called.
Wow.
This time possession goes to the Phoenix. Boyd uses the screen. Firing is Boyd, no good. Rebound Stevens. Cam Brooks Harris pushes the pace. And he turns it over off the hands of Spikes. Spikes frustrated. Phoenix the other way. Good defense there by Cam. Gets the block and the strip.
Yeah. They're having a discussion about that last pass now, and it was just too tall for Spikes. But maybe an ill-advised pass anyway. It was into some pressure.
And that shows the intensity. I mean, they're up 22, and they're still yelling at each other on the perfection and the little things, which is what you need if you want to be great. Cockrell. Conger gets the screen. In the corner, open, fires, air ball, rebound Jones. And another jump ball.
Seen more in the last minute than you've seen in a lot of games.
3 jump balls in the last 40 seconds, it seems like. And this time it'll be Georgetown possession, and Rashad Bishop checks into the game for Spikes.
Stevens thought he was going out. Went over toward the bench, but Phoenix playing man-to-man now. They showed a 2-3 there and tried to jump double team. They've gone straight man-to-man now.
They got to figure something out to stop this Georgetown offense. Wales. Rashad Bishop wide open. Easy jam.
They tried to jump a double team on Wales once again, but he saw it coming and got rid of it before they got the pressure on him, and that left the guy on the backside down on the baseline open.
And that was 24. Tristan Conger with the blow-by layup.
Yeah, you make a nice play like that, the last thing a coach wants to see is the other team shoot a layup off a run-out.
Kyron Jones, no good. Thought he got some contact down low. Bounce pass, stolen by Jaquay Wales. Wales over to Stevens. Stevens wide open, fires, no good.
Oh.
Rashad Bishop went for the putback slam, and he missed it.
Yeah.
Phoenix headed the other way. Takes the bump and not able to finish the three-point play, but will go to the line for two. That's Demarius Boyd drawing the contact down low.
Seems like there's been more turnovers. Cumberland's has had 7 of them, while Georgetown's had 6. There's been a lot of almost turnovers, I guess. Balls deflected, but they didn't lose possession.
A lot of jump balls, a lot of scramble plays, a lot of guys hitting the floor.
Georgetown has 12 points off turnovers, and Phoenix has 7. So
Into the game comes the 6'7" Kamari Kofi for the Phoenix. And Aiden Niken joins the Tigers.
total rebounds, Georgetown dominating 24-7. That's got to be the difference in the game.
And with their big guy Stokes out, Georgetown has the massive height advantage right now on the floor. Cam Brooks Harris spinning inside, loses footing.
Probably going to be a walk.
And it will be a travel.
I'll go out on a limb on that one.
Turnover by the Tigers. And the Phoenix looking to take advantage. Conger driving, pump fake, corner. The three is good. That's Doyle Cockrell the third, knocking down the three. And a much needed three, down big in the first half. And a little shoving match going on here. And Rashad Bishop.
And we got technical fouls.
And they're still going at it.
I think we've got a technical on each team. And, boy.
How often do you see Coach Evans picking up his own player?
Yeah. He still got him over next to the wall down in the end zone beyond their bench, trying to cool him down. I think we got 2 technical fouls here, 1 on each team.
Kamari Kofi and Rashad Bishop will probably get a technical each.
Yeah.
Which will be offsetting.
Referee called them and then pointed at both players. But they're huddling up too as the teams are at the benches as well, cooling down. And this is something you don't see every day either, so it's good for the officials to get together and make sure that they get the procedure right here. Does somebody get shots? Who gets shots? Who gets the ball when it's all over? Phoenix had the ball. And both players were whistled for a technical foul, 1 for each team. So.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens. What's the outcome of this one? And Briggs wants an explanation, and so does Coach Evans. And I got a feeling it will be offsetting. Double technical.
Four fouls.
Wait, Cam Brooks Harris, that's not right. Cam throws his hands in the air. No way.
Wasn't him, yeah. It was. But each player, when they get it straightened out about which players it was, each player is going to pick up 2 fouls each, 2 personal fouls and 2 technical fouls.
And Rashad Bishop immediately goes to the bench.
Yeah.
And yeah, I wasn't expecting the double technical there. That could have big implications later on in this game.
Yeah. So they called a double foul on each player and then a technical on each player. So
And
a
Georgetown will
technical
get the ball.
counts as a personal. So they each picked up 2 fouls in effect. And Georgetown gets the ball out of play.
Wales finds Mason. Mason pulls up for 2, no good. Rebound Phoenix. Conger. Firing from 3, no good. It feels like they settled there for that 3-point jumper.
A little contact after that rebound, too.
Cam Brooks-Harris.
Nothing called. But Isaiah Mason was knocked off balance a little bit.
Jones driving. Wales off the screen from Niken. Wales driving over to Jones. Jones firing from 3, no good.
Over the back. That'll be on Mason, I believe.
And it'll be Phoenix ball. That's Mason's second foul.
Now, not the official that made the call, but one of the other officials goes over the table. He's calling for the ball. Guess they'll put it in play to bring it the length of the floor. I know what it was. The scoreboard was showing 17 fouls, and there was only 6. So they weren't in the bonus yet.
Conger. Nowhere to go. Good defense by Cam Brooks-Harris. And Wales the other way lays it up.
Under 25 seconds in the half.
Conger. And the referee almost caught the ball. Isaiah Mason gets it, and he's going to have a free lane to the rim.
That is the second time today a ball has gone off an official, and the Georgetown Tigers have shot a layup off of it.
And Coach Evans is not happy about that. Another turnover, and the shot clock, the buzzer sounds before the shot is up. And your halftime score is 46 Tigers, 25 Phoenix.
And Coach Evans I think he came out and said, I'm not arguing about this call down here or no call down here, but I think he wanted something just before the half of the last couple of seconds right about mid-court. But short conversation, and he heads back toward his bench.
Yeah, I've not seen a referee get in the way of the path of the ball in a long time, and it's happened twice.
Yeah.
In this game alone.
And it wasn't their fault either time. There were both errant passes.
Yep.
There were errant passes that hit the referee, so it wasn't like they were in the middle of the play. They were where they were supposed to be both times.
Yep.
And this last one, referee was near the mid-court stripe, maybe 5 feet in front of the mid-court stripe, and the player the pass was going to was about 8-9 feet in front, so missed him by about 3 or 4 feet on that pass, and it just hit the official. And his reaction when he saw it coming was to jump back and hit his hands, but he didn't catch it. He let it drop.
And I'll tell you what, it was a good chest pass to the official.
Yeah.
I almost wonder if he thought that was his own teammate.
Could have. Sometimes you get in a hurry, you panic a little bit, especially if a little pressure's coming, and you just throw it at the first person you see. So 46-25 is the halftime score. It started out as a kind of a blowout early for the Tigers, and then they tried to make the Phoenix tried to make a little comeback on it, got back, I think, to within 14. And then when the Tigers started opening it up again, then it got a little bit feisty, and you saw some pushing and shoving and some calls, some no calls, and a couple of technicals.
And it's Demarius Boyd, number 4 for the Phoenix, leading the way. He's got 11 points, 4 rebounds, an assist, 2 steals to show for it. And who's leading the way for the Tigers?
For the Tigers, Spikes is 5 of 6 from the floor, 2 of 3 from behind the arc, and 1 of 1 from the free throw line for his 13 points. And then you got Isaiah Mason's 4 of 6, 0 of 1 from the three-point line, and he has 8 points. Tommy Thomas, 3 of 6 from the floor, 1 of 3 from the three-point line, and 1 of 2 from the stripe for his 8 points. Cambrook Harris has 6, 2 of 3 from the floor. Seth Johnson is 1 of 4, 1 of 2 from behind the line for his 3 points. Jaquay Wells has 3. Nacon has 3. Bishop with 1 basket, 1 of 2 from the floor.
And what's interesting about Bishop, he's starting tonight, but he's only got 6 minutes played. He had those 2 personal fouls and that little scruffle there towards the end, but only 6 minutes of first half play.
All right. So taking a look at the team stats, 10 turnovers for 10 turnovers for the Phoenix and 7 for Georgetown. 10 points off turnovers for the Phoenix, 16 for Georgetown. Total rebounds 25-8. You got to wonder why it's even this close when the rebounding is that much difference. Offensive rebounds though, Georgetown has out rebounded them on the offensive board 9-1.
Wow.
So that's a big difference. 10 assists for Georgetown, 4 for the Phoenix, 9 steals for Georgetown, 5 for the Phoenix, and so that's where we are. So special stuff going on here at halftime. I was going to mention what they're doing. Georgetown College. Well, I'll just read this here. On November 26th, 2023, Georgetown College defeated Reinhardt by a score of 89-57. In doing so, Georgetown became the first program in NAIA history to surpass 2,000 wins. Milestone marks another historic accomplishment for the greatest men's basketball program in NAIA history. The lineage of Tiger basketball dates to 1902 when the Tigers held their first season and finished with a record of 2-1. The program began its ascent to NAIA Elite in 1953 when Bob Davis took over as head coach. In 20 years, Davis totaled 415 wins, 8 appearances in the NAIA tournament. In that time, Davis led, and I believe the tournament was a much smaller tournament than it is now. It was like 4 or 8 teams back then. Davis led the Tigers to a third-place tournament finish in 1958, runner-up result in 61. In 1973, Jim Reed assumed the head coaching duties from Coach Davis. From 73 to 96, he tallied a school record 529 wins, along with 4 runs to the NAIA Fab Four. In 96, Coach Reed was forced to step away from the sideline due to illness. An assistant coach. I did the play-by-play on the radio the 95 year, and that was a really tough year as Reed was coaching the game, and Happy was his assistant, of course, but Happy assumed a lot of duties that year, and Coach Reed was really fighting the illness he had at that time, and really wanted to coach his team. And
both Davis and Reed's legends, of course, in Georgetown history, and hence the Davis-Reed Alumni Gym.
Right, exactly. And they have families from all of these coaches here today, if not the coaches themselves. So, but Reed was forced to step away from the sideline due to an illness, and assistant coach Happy Osborne took the team all the way to the national championship game. The gym bears the name of the late Bob Davis and Jim Reed. Happy Osborne took over as a full-time head coach, and in his second season, Osborne brought Georgetown to the 1998 national championship with an 83-69 win over Southern Nazarene in the title game. Under Osborne's leadership, the Tigers reached the title game in 2000, along with the Fab Four appearances in 2003, 2004, 2008, 2011, and 15 seasons. At the helm, Osborne had 456 wins. In the fall of 2011, Osborne gave way to Chris Briggs, and the beat kept on for the Georgetown College men's basketball. Under Briggs, the Tigers have won the 2013 and 2019 national championships and reached the title game in 2016, along with a Fab Four appearance in 2023, quarterfinal appearances in 2012, 2014, and 2018. Also led the Tigers to the #1 ranking in 2020 before the tournament was canceled due to COVID. To date, Briggs has 333 games as the head coach. So they're honoring all of those coaches and some of their family members and their teams here at halftime of this game today. And just a nice day for Georgetown College basketball.
Yeah, it's something awesome to see, and 2,000 wins is no joke, and it's quite the accomplishment, no doubt.
Right. I just wonder how they handled the fatigue of that first season when they were 2-1. Had to be a long year.
The long 3 games. Huh? It's different times for sure.
So, lots of pictures going on at midcourt right now. And the camera guy's got like 3 different cameras, and he's getting some different pictures with all 3 cameras.
Well, there's a lot of history in this photo. Maybe
Yeah.
you need a camera for each
Better
little
get it
bit
right.
of it. Yep.
Better get it right. So,
there's some tall men huddled around the Tiger right now.
that's a fact. Well, I made reference to Spikes not being tall, and when he got that block on the first trip down the floor of the game, he's 6'2".
Which I believe was the only block of the game for
Yeah.
the first half for the
Yeah.
Tigers.
So, and 6'2" isn't tall for a basketball player, but in the general population, 6'2" is not short. Pretty tall. But anyway, 46-25, the Tigers taking care of business. Boy, the next 3 weeks, it's not going to get any easier. Got Campbellsville on February the 1st. They got Lindsey Wilson coming up. They've got Freed Hardeman on the 8th of February. Got Bethel on the 10th. I think are they ranked 23rd? You got Cumberland's again on the 17th.
Cumberland, Kentucky, correct?
Yes. And so they can't take a breath. They gotta buckle down and play ball. And they've just put themselves in a position here where, as you go through a season, no matter how good you are, you're going to probably have a hiccup or two. Not many teams go undefeated for a season. But Georgetown picked an inopportune time to have a hiccup and start with 2 conference losses during the conference season here. And so that leaves them little margin for error for the rest of the way.
Exactly. Not at a great time, but hopefully it can serve as a wake-up call for this team and propel them to exceed expectations in the next couple games. Like you said, there's no days off in the Mid-South Conference. They got a tough schedule. They got to play Lindsey Wilson again, Cumberland again, who he lost to both of those teams. So they're going to look to avenge their losses and bounce back.
Absolutely.
And we'll be right back in about a couple minutes for the second half. Stay tuned, Tiger Nation. We'll be back.
That was a good way to start this second half. I can only speculate what might have been said in the locker room at halftime by either team, but I got to think that both sets of coaches had to talk to their players about keeping their head, keeping their cool. Again, you're in conference play, and especially if you're Georgetown at this point, you can't afford to lose somebody, get a second technical foul, or maybe lose playing time in games down the road. And so no matter what happens, you got to figure out a way to keep your cool here and play this 20 minutes out and get it done.
Yep, and Rashad Bishop back in the game after only playing 6 minutes in the first half.
Phoenix with the ball to start the second half.
Conger driving, blocked by Thomas, and it called a foul.
Yeah, down the left side of the lane, it just opened up like the Red Sea there. And Tommy tried to come over the top from behind, and I think he kind of got his head with the body.
Conger will shoot 2. Way short in the first one. And knocks down the second.
Showing some pressure.
Wales gets the screen from Jones. And it's going to be a backcourt violation. And Coach Briggs is not happy about that call.
Rashid Robinson jumped that screen and cut him off with a double team. Looked like he knocked it away, but
it did appear that way, and that's why Coach Briggs is not happy about that call. But nonetheless, Phoenix ball. Driving inside, puts it up, no good. Rebound Bishop. Wales over to Jones. Jones working inside, off the glass, gets it to go.
That's a tough shot. There was a lot of people leaning on him. He was able to get it to go in, and now we got there's a late whistle, and are they calling a foul?
Very late whistle, and Coach Briggs is not happy about that.
Did he call the foul on Georgetown?
It looks to be that way, and I'm not sure why. Jones with a strong move down low. It looked clean to me. And off the hands of Stokes, it'll be Georgetown Tigers ball.
On the board, we've got a foul on Georgetown as number 1, which would be Johnson picked up the foul. So maybe he gave a shove.
Well, Johnson's on the bench. I don't know why
Well, can't be Johnson then, can it?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Number 5, Thomas.
Oh, okay.
His first foul.
I guess it was an off-the-ball foul. Spikes puts it up. No good. Looking for contact. Rebound Phoenix.
I'm a little dyslexic sometimes.
Cockrell firing from 3. Way short. Rebound Phoenix. Poked away by Wales, and Wales gets it. Wales over to Thomas. Thomas lets it fly. Way off the backboard. Jones gets the board and gets the putback.
Yep. He missed the first one, but he tipped it, got his own miss and tipped it in. So stat sheet stuffer there.
I call that the pogo stick. And driving for the blow-by layup is Demarius Boyd. And the Tigers going quick the other way already. Thomas finds Spikes open for 3. Spikes launches, no good. And diving for the rebound and forcing the jump ball is Kyron Jones.
Trying to think if Coach Briggs looks at the tape of this game, and I don't know if they go over tapes of games, how much they do, but if they cut them down, I think he would be dissatisfied with the number of times that Georgetown has hit a shot on offense and then the other team has scored within 5 or 6 seconds, just right down the floor and right to the basket.
I would agree. There's been quite a few of those.
Yeah, when you hit a shot on your side, you're not supposed to give up a fast break. You're supposed to have your defense set up and able to stop them.
And poked away, it's going to be a foul on Jabrion Spikes.
Yep.
Kayshawn Robinson forcing the turnover and drawing the foul. The Phoenix able to string together a few stops, but they got to make them pay on the offensive end. And a turnover there, forced by Tommy Thomas.
Thomas is saying it was back tipped and still should be Cumberland's ball, but
Thomas. Crossing over, driving, dish inside to Niken. Niken with the easy reverse layup. Daryl Cockrell III puts up the floater over Bishop, no good. Rebound Cockrell. Boyd driving, high off the glass, no good. Another board, blocked by Niken. Saved by Thomas.
wow. All the way into the Phoenix backcourt, but they were able to chase it down.
Boyd. And a foul is called. Let's see what it's about.
I believe it'll be Spikes. Or maybe, because he blew that whistle a long time, maybe it was a clock problem.
I think you're right. The shot clock
Yeah.
is now reset.
There was a pretty good bump. I thought they were going to get Spikes for the foul.
Spikes might have gotten away with that one. Driving. And a foul is called on Rashad Bishop. He thought he was good. That'll be his third foul. And it looked like he went pretty straight up to me. I'm not sure what else he could have done there.
I'd be calling this a little bit tighter in the second half just to try to keep cooler heads.
Tristan Conger knocks down the first free throw. And goes 2 for 2. Tigers up 22.
Yep, still showing pressure. Barely made the timeline.
Spikes finds Bishop for the slam. What a dish by Spikes, and Bishop throwing it down.
I think the coaches are talking to each other just a little bit now. That was a pretty good bump at midcourt. I don't know who's the ball handler and the defensive guy, but they kind of went into each other and they didn't get a call.
Another big block, this time by Spikes. And he's got 2 blocks.
So we were talking about at halftime just for a second there. You mentioned I think we only have 1 block inside the first minute of the first half. We've had a couple here in the second half, in the first 4 minutes.
Yep. Keyshawn Robinson. Driving his Boyd. Boyd fires for the long range 2, and it's true.
Yeah.
Spikes. Spinning inside. Working down low, and a foul is called.
Well, he was working back and forth on the dribble, Spikes was, and they were bumping into each other. I'm not sure exactly how you know when you determine which bump is a foul, because they bumped about 4 times before one was called.
And Braxton Carothers will enter the game. Thomas open for 3 in the corner. No good. Rebound Niken, who puts up the floater air ball. And you know what? He might call that one a pass over to Spikes.
Yeah. He called the bank.
Spikes puts it in nonetheless. Demarius Boyd using the screen. Driving inside, blocked by Rashad Bishop. Blocked again by Bishop.
Wow.
2 blocks in the same possession, and Thomas going the other way. Thomas, oh, the no-look dime to Niken. What an assist.
A 26-point lead.
Thomas was getting fancy with the playmaking.
Oh, and they call the walk. Got a double team, and there was a little bumping going on, and right beside the coach as well. And he's a little concerned about that call.
Wales and Spikes, phenomenal job on the double team and forcing the turnover.
Georgetown. Number 21, Tyron Jones. And number 2, Isaiah Mason.
Well, there's some hand fighting going on.
Spikes finds Niken down low, who puts it in on the layup. Aiden Niken playing some great minutes here in the second half. A foul is called. This will be on Spikes.
Yep.
Georgetown battle number 4, Javion Sykes. The second, team 4.
Rashad Bishop pokes it away. Can he get it?
Just tried to float it from the inline out front, and he got a good beat on that one. And
Stokes will exit the game, and Kamari Kofi will enter the game for the Phoenix.
knocked it away, but he couldn't quite come up with it. And now they'll have to bring it the length of the floor again, will the Phoenix, because that's where it went out.
Cockrell got to put something up. Puts up the floater, air ball. Good defense by the Tigers, and Niken loses his shoe, and he's going to go down with one shoe.
You don't get much grip out of that sock.
And he wants the ball, too.
He's posted up.
Bishop. Baseline layup, no good. Rebound Niken with only one shoe, and he gets it stolen from him. He's going the other way, running with one shoe, and he draws the foul so he can put his shoe on. Smart foul there.
That's going to be called an intentional foul because he did grab him from behind. So they'll get shots and the ball back.
So maybe not as smart as what I thought.
Yeah.
And Cam Brooks-Harris will enter the game for Niken.
He said, I did all that just to get my shoe back, and you're going to take me out.
And Tay Dozier will enter the game for Rashad Bishop.
Missed the first one.
Driving as Cumberland Phoenix throws it up. No good. Rebound Niken.
That was too easy. He missed the shot, but that was too easy.
Niken throws out of bounds. So we thought Niken was going to get subbed out, but he is still in the game. And it'll be Tigers ball.
Yep. The official outside kept looking for some help inside, didn't get it, so he signaled Phoenix ball. And then the Georgetown bench started going crazy, and then the official from underneath came out and said, I got it.
Tay Dozier will throw it in on the inbound pass. Back over to Dozier. Niken, Cam's open in the corner, firing from deep. No good. Rebound and the putback from Mason.
He went up and caught it in the air and just put it back off the board and in while he was up there.
An athletic play at the rim there from Isaiah Mason, the transfer. Boyd firing. It's off. Rebound Niken. Brooks-Harris the other way. Smooth behind the back move to lose the defender. Dishes it off and a good team play. Dozier Back over to Cam, who fires from long range, and it's good.
Yeah, we had a beat on that one. It looked good out of his hands.
And that was a good ball movement there by Georgetown. Drawing the foul.
It's amazing how you see those extra passes be made and how good that is, and then teams get out of the habit of making those passes. You'd think they'd want to do that all the time.
And it was a good 4 or 5 passes to find the open look, and Cam knocked it down. Like you said, it felt good off the hands. He knew it was going down. Demarius Boyd, no good on the first free throw, and into the game comes Seth Johnson.
The Georgetown Kentucky number 1, Seth Johnson.
12:53 left here in the second half. Georgetown leads at 65-33. (37-13) on rebounds. I mean, I'm watching the game and I know there's a lead, but it just doesn't seem like it's that.
It doesn't. Mason over to Dozier. Dozier spinning inside off the glass, and it's good. Good move on the spin. Boyd driving, and he finishes down low through the contact.
See, there's another one. You had a really nice play, and I bet 6-7 seconds hadn't come off the clock. They never stopped the ball when it came into that end of the floor.
And Mason throws it out of bounds. Thought Kyron was going to stay in the corner. Little miscommunication there. Conger working on Dozier. Conger's got a free lane inside. Dishes it. Hanging and drawing the foul is number 2, Kamari Coffey. And he'll shoot 2 free throws. Timeout on the floor, and then we'll be right back after this short break. And welcome back. Kamari Coffey will shoot 2.
67-35. Georgetown, just the final margin is the only thing in question here. But with the games that are coming up ahead, if you're the head coach, you want your team to finish strong. You don't want them to get ragged in the last 10 minutes of the game. And that's a bad feeling for a coach when your team maybe won a game but played lousy in the last 10 minutes, because you want to remember the good and then carry that on to the next game.
Right. Isaiah Mason finds Jones. Jones gets stripped, and it'll stay with the Tigers. Good defense there by Tristan Conger, poking the ball away. Dozier finds Mason. Mason fires for 2, in and out. Rebound, or the possession will again stay with the Tigers. Cam Brooks-Harris firing from 3, in and out. And it'll be rebound Phoenix. They forced 3 stops on 1 possession. Foul is called.
They'll get Johnson. No?
It'll be on Dozier.
Dozier.
His second team. At the line for Cumberland, Marius Boyd will shoot 1 and a bonus.
Boyd will miss the first free throw, and another foul is called, and it's headed the Georgetown way.
Wow.
Cumberland foul number 0, Julio Pascual. His third personal foul, 2 seconds.
Julio Pascual, number 0, in for the Phoenix. Dozier finds Mason on the cut, and Mason puts it through. A smart cut there by Isaiah Mason. Firing from 3, and off the glass, he hits it.
Well, again, another quick score.
Kamari Kofi off the glass for 3. Cam Brooks-Harris over to Dozier. Dozier hesitates, turns it over.
Huh.
Open for 3, no good. Rebound Mason. Mason off the Jones screen, back to Jones. Cam's open for 3. And he draws the foul. They have tightened up the officiating here in the second half.
Yeah.
Checking into the game is Doyle Cockrell III for the Phoenix. Mason, jab step, driving, kicks it. Dozier's wide open, makes the extra pass to Cam, who puts it in.
Again, the extra pass.
Cam Brooks-Harris knocks it down again.
It was a good wide open shot from the baseline, but the wing on the right side a little bit better.
Firing from 3, no good. Rebound Seth Johnson, spinning away from the defender. Finds Harris again. Cam steps back, fires. Seth Johnson on the putback.
Tapped it in with one hand.
One hand is all he needs. The impressive play by Seth Johnson on the putback. Step back for Phoenix. No good. Rebound Dozier. Isaiah Mason jacks up a 3. Long rebound, Kyron Jones. Jones steps back. He fires for mid-range. Rebound Dozier. They're going to get 3 attempts.
Gosh.
Mason. Over to Cam. Cam gets the screen from Jones, and he draws a foul. That'll be on Boyd.
Just the last 3 3-point shots. The first one of those 3 was a guy was open on the baseline. He throws it out, and the guy on the wing is able to catch it square to the basket in the right position with his shoulder square to the basket. The other two were not bad three-point shots, but they weren't that, and they didn't go in.
Dozier over to Mason. Mason, turnaround fader, no good. Johnson finds the ball, and he turns it over. Wow, what looks to be clearly off of the Phoenix will be the Phoenix ball. Conger uses the screen. Finds
nice
a man
pass.
down low, blocked by Cam Brooks-Harris. Jones the other way. Dozier, Johnson's in the corner. Cam fires from top of the key, knocks it down again.
Again, your ball goes inside, comes back out. He catches it square to the basket in triple threat position. And then the Tigers almost gave up an easy one, but did give up a foul with 4 seconds gone off of the shot clock.
That'll be 2 shots for Stokes. And Cam Brooks-Harris heating up from beyond the arc. He's got 3 threes in the second half. Jabrion Spikes, Tommy Thomas, and Aiden Niken into the game. Some great minutes from Jones and Cam Brooks-Harris and Mason as well. No good on the second. Tiger ball.
Kamari Coffee checking back in for the Cumberland.
It's a 3-on-2. Dozier over to Thomas. Johnson turns it over and draws the foul before the turnover. Niken in trouble, not able to find Johnson on the pass.
He was really wanting to shoot. He was down inside the lower block on that left side.
He was not looking to pass, was he?
No. They finally forced him out, and he had to throw the pass, and it got kicked up into the stand.
Spikes fires, trickles in the three-pointer off the bounce.
You're living right.
Everything going the Tigers' way. Up 40 with 7:10 remaining. Driving off the glass, no good. Rebound Niken. Thomas finds a man down low, and Niken puts it in.
Gave the ball up early, got it back. If he'd have continued with the ball, he would have had to have given it up to somebody else to shoot. So.
Jump shot, in and out, up and up, draws the foul.
Johnson.
And Robinson will shoot 2.
He's 0 for 1. Oh, this is the first time a trip to the line today. He's 0 for 1 now.
You called it. 1 for 2. Spikes off the screen from Niken. Driving his Spikes. Up and under, and he puts it in. He's been amazing the last 3 games, and he's only continuing his heat streak. Spikes gets the steal. Jabrion for the slam. The exclamation point from Spikes.
Just jumped the passing lane. Knocked it away.
And the quick floater on the other end from Keyshawn Robinson.
How many times have we seen that today, though? I got to feel like that Coach Briggs is going to be talking about that.
Getting back on defense after the score. Dozier spinning. Tigers ball. Timeout on the floor with 5:24 remaining. And we'll be right back after this short break. And we're back.
I was looking up during the break. Cumberland is averaging 74.7 points a game on the season while giving up 85 points a game.
Spikes has to fire. Air ball.
I think you should have had a shot clock violation there.
It will be a shot clock violation. Phoenix. It's going fast the other way. Jacking up a 3 in the corner. No good. Niken gets the loose ball. Turned it over. Stolen by the Phoenix. Conger driving inside, and he gets the layup. The sense of urgency does not seem to be there anymore.
Right.
On the defensive end.
I'll say one thing. Phoenix keeps coming. They've never taken the full court pressure off. And they've played hard.
Spikes over to Johnson. Johnson fires. No good. Conger avoids the screen, fires, and it'll be off the hands of Phoenix. Tiger ball.
Well, I don't know who he was throwing to, but it was way too hot for the short guy, and it was wide of the long guy. So, but the point I was making to Georgetown, do you want to say the Georgetown defense picked it up today? 45 points with 4 minutes to go. A team that's been averaging 74. So you might read a little
great
into that. Yeah.
They've definitely held them
But of
quite
those
a bit.
45 points, a lot of points have been quick after Georgetown turnover, after Georgetown made baskets.
Tay Dozier turns it over out of bounds. Phoenix ball.
Chad Ulmer, did you say he's in the game?
Chad Ulmer's in the game, as well as Gavin Stevens. The floater is good from Demarius Boyd. Ulmer, baseline. Stepped out of bounds. It'll be Phoenix ball. I believe Ulmer's wearing 2 different colored shoes.
That doesn't surprise me at all. Actually, their color is split down the middle.
You're right. They are the same shoes. Blocked by Gavin Stevens. Johnson gets the ball.
But when you're looking at him from the side and you can only see half the shoes, they're different colors.
Ulmer hangs for the layup and draws the foul. And Chad Ulmer will shoot 2.
Both of the Ulmer brothers, I go back with them a little bit as they played high school ball up in Northern Kentucky and were in the 10th region. So I called several games that they played in regional tournaments. They're free spirits.
They sure are.
Shall we say.
And you know what? They're both really fun
and
to
that's
watch.
Okay.
Their style of play
you
is
love to watch them play, yeah.
very fun to watch, very entertaining.
His brother went to Western and transferred back to here to Georgetown, and then he came to Georgetown as well.
Robinson, no good. Niken gets the rebound. Dozier finds Ulmer. Ulmer moving 3, fires, no good.
Yeah.
Phoenix have numbers. Draws the foul. Boyd will shoot 2. Foul on Niken. He's got 3.
And he's over to talk to Coach Briggs. And he's animately explaining how you block a shot with 2 minutes and 33 seconds to go and you're ahead 87-47. In other words, no foul.
Yeah, with the game clearly out of reach for the Phoenix, they want to get this one over with and take as much time off the clock as possible.
Yeah.
At the same time, though, there's a chance for guys who don't usually get minutes
That's
for
right.
this Georgetown team to get some experience.
Sure.
That can carry over to the next couple games when needed. Johnson working inside. Airballs the floater, looking for contact.
Ulmer's
Conger
trying to get in the scorebook.
has a man in the corner, fires, and he hits it. That's number 12, Jaheim Berry.
They tie up the net on that basket quite a bit. Blow the whistle, so the sub comes in.
Ulmer tries to float the layup, looking for contact, gets nothing.
Yeah, he's not going to get that at this point in the game.
Nope. Firing from 3 and knocks it down again. That's Berry for back-to-back threes. And Stevens nearly turns it over, and he does. Berry on the fast break. Berry puts it up, draws the foul.
And Stevens may have twisted an ankle there. They were diving for it after the ball got away from him. Bodies got on the floor and somebody got into him. Yeah, he seems like he's all right. He was grabbing that, actually kind of the calf area of his right leg, but
Barry misses the first.
(87-56), minute 29.
Hard screen by Stevens. Omer, Euro steps, and jump ball. Feisty down low.
Looked like he had a nice pass, but good defense there to tie up. And turns in a tie-up ball, and Cumberland's get the ball.
Conger, that was Conger who forced the jump ball and showing a little bit of life with a minute remaining. They're not giving up just yet.
Yeah. Wow.
Way long range. No good on the three. Rebound Phoenix. And it's Matthew Stokes who puts it in. Gavin Stevens wide open. He's fouled on his way to the rim. And Stevens will shoot two.
Didn't have any choice to call that one. Had to call that one.
Omer tries to force the jump ball, and he will.
Yep.
This might be the most jump balls I've seen in one game.
We had three in less than 2 minutes in the first half there.
Johnson over to Omer. Omer's in the corner. Fires one into Stevens. Loose ball, kickball violation. It'll be Phoenix ball.
30 seconds on the shot clock and 34 seconds in the game. Oh, nobody got back on defense. Long pass.
Well, we've seen that story before.
Yep. They missed the short first shot, but got the rebound and put it back in.
Stokes finishes it for two, and a quick foul, and that'll be on Niken.
Homer will finally get his foul. He wanted it about 3 times.
Yep. And Omer will shoot some more free throws. He's got 2. Omer knocks them both down. Conger finds Matthew Stokes, who gets blocked at the rim. Gavin Stevens is called for the foul. A lot of fouls called in the last minute.
Yeah. Kind of put the whistle away there for a little bit, but they brought it back out. And they were forced to. They had to. Oh, air ball.
The air ball free throw. And the fans are going to let him hear it about that one. And misses both of them. Omer turns it over. Saved by the Phoenix. Stokes gets it. Firing for 3. And he hits it. Jaheim Berry knocks down another 3. Two, one.
There's still full court pressure. They're coming after it, but the horn sounds.
Final score 90-63. Tigers win big in Alumni Gym.
All right, just waiting for the official game stats to update here so I can be a little bit more accurate. And I'll go over those real quick for you. Well, they're going to be pretty close. 20 turnovers for Phoenix and 8 for Georgetown. That was a figure that was pretty close at halftime. So big change in the second half. Points off turnovers 26-6. Georgetown outscores them. Total rebounds 42-40, but offensive rebounds they evened up at 11. I wonder if something happened there because when I said it was like 9-2, so I don't know exactly what happened. 31-29 on defensive rebound. 19 assists for Georgetown, and this stat sheet shows only 1 assist in the whole game for Phoenix. 15 steals for Georgetown, 3 for Phoenix. 24 fouls for Georgetown, 18 for Phoenix. Let's see if I go up here and see the individual scoring. I'll go over Phoenix first. 23 for... Oh, I'm looking at the wrong stat sheet. So let's go back. Looking at the wrong stat sheet. Here we go. Got the right one now. And it is updated, so let me look here. 21-17 on turnovers. Georgetown had more turnovers. Points off turnovers. Actually, Phoenix had 28-24. That's a big change in the second half.
Yep.
The total rebounds, Georgetown with 52 and Phoenix with 21. 19-7 on offensive rebounds. 33 defensive rebounds to 14. Georgetown winning that battle. 21 assists to 8 for Phoenix. 7 blocks. No blocks for Phoenix. Credited. 12 steals for Georgetown, 13 for Phoenix, and fouls were 19-15 Georgetown with the most fouls. Now maybe we can take a look at the individual stats. And Boyd with 21 to lead Cumberland. Berry with 12 and Coffey with 10. Conger with 7. Cockrell the third with 6. Stokes with 4, 3 for Kayshawn Robinson. For the Georgetown Tigers, Spikes was 9 for 13 from the field, 3 for 6 from behind the line. He had 22 points total. Cam Harris Brooks was 5 for 9 from the field, 4 for 8 from behind the three-point line for 15. Isaiah Mason was 6 for 11 from the field, 0 for 2 from three-point line for 12. Nacon was 5 for 8, 11 points, 1 for 2 from the line. Tommy Thomas was 3 for 8 from the field, 1 for 5 from the three-point line for 8. Seth Johnson was 2 for 7 and 1 for 3 for 5. Kyron Jones was 2 for 7, 0 for 1 for 4 points. Bishop with 2 for 4 for 4 points. Wales was 1 for 3 for his 3 points with a 1 for 2 from the free throw line. Chad Omer had 3 points. Tay Dozier 2 points, and Stevens added 1.
There you go. That's the game by the numbers. 90-63 once again, and thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you next time here from Georgetown College. We're signing off here at Georgetown Athletics.
Have a good day. Be safe and stay warm.